Welcome back to another episode of Dentistry's Growing with Grace podcast. Join Grace and her guest of the week as they discuss lessons learned in the industry and explore unique insights into ethical growth.
Hi friends, Grace Rizza here. Excited to talk to you today about Google's new ads. They are the local service ads, and they're not new to Google, but they are newly available to dentists. So they were just released a few days ago. Today is January 17th, 2023, as I'm recording this, and they are all the rage. Just kidding. They literally just launched. So very few people have actually gotten these up and running because they do require a certain approval process. But I'm going to show you what these ads look like today. I'm going to talk through some of the pros and cons and help you in making that decision if it's right for you. I just realized I told you it was mid-January. I still have Christmas lights on that little tree back there, but forgive me. Anyways, I'm going to jump right in here. So first thing is I want to show you what they look like. Let's see here. Here's an example of local attorneys. And you can see that they are in a whole new section. They're not in the map section. They're not in the section related to rich snippets and microdata and metadata. And they're not in the section below, which I don't even know why anyone goes to that section anymore. They are at the very top of the page. And it's got this cool little check mark next to the listing that says Google screened. And the only option here is to see reviews or to call the number. Now, I'm not going to click on this number because I don't feel like speaking to Morgan & Morgan, and also because I don't want to waste their ad spend, but I will click on the listing to show you what it looks like. It's its own little platform, and it really parcels out the different parts of the business. Now, for a dentist, these are going to be a little different. I don't have a live example to show you yet because it does require approval process, which can take up to 10 days. And these are brand spanking new. So I don't have that to show you, but you can get an idea for what they look like. The pros and cons. So first thing, I'm going to start with the negatives. The worst thing about them is that they do take 10 days to go live. So even if you've set everything up properly, you're waiting for approval, it might require a little bit of follow through with Google. And anytime they release something, there's kind of a high demand at the beginning. So having contacts at Google and knowing how to work with Google certainly helps in getting yours pushed live sooner. Next negative is, I actually see it as a negative and a positive, but they have a minimum ad spend in order to even play. So at first I thought, oh, great. People with a super low budget can do this. And if they get to it before everyone else, they're going to see a really great ROI. But then as soon as everyone else gets on board and the competition increases like it always does within 6 to 12 months, now you're going to see a decrease in that ROI. And so you can get by with a lower budget, but then Google was kind of savvy to that. And they said, no, we're going to give you a minimum budget. And I think in dentistry, this is going to hit between 1,000 and 2,000, depending on your market. We're already seeing that. So if your ad spend isn't at least whatever they deem the minimum budget to be, you can't even partake in this. So it might be a negative for you because you don't want to spend a lot, but it's a positive for me because I've lost a lot of faith in marketing agencies. I've evaluated a lot of plans. I'm like, this just doesn't make any sense. And a lot of times what happens is when you're new to marketing, you're new to investing, you want to test it, right? You want to say, here's a few $100s. Let's see what you can do. And then if it works, we'll spend more. Or here's 500. And if it works, we'll spend more. And if it's below the minimum viable budget, which is typically at this point in time, $1,000 in most markets and most focuses, and this is a generalization, so it might be more in your market. But if it's below that minimum viable budget, you're going to be putting money in and not really seeing anything tangible come from it. So I really love this because even though it's upsetting to people who don't have enough money to actually market, it's good because then you're not wasting your time and energy before you have a viable budget. Next is you are going to need some nice graphics and content. And whenever ads rely on the creative, which there's always an aspect of creative and technical knowledge, it's not something you want to be doing on your own. It's not really ideal for the DIY, because the second Google comes back and says you breached a policy, you're going to be like, what policy? What did I do? And that's going to be the end of your time and financial investment. So here's the pros. Here's why you should try them. First to market in a new space is going to get you a ton of brand recognition, a lot of traffic, and you have to spend the minimum viable budget, so you will get a return on investment. The other thing is it's more of a cost per lead model versus a cost per click model. You saw in my example earlier in the video that Google will only give you the option to look at reviews or make a phone call. There's not all these other options. And so you're going to get more phone call leads. It's a benefit if you have online scheduling and if your phones are handled in a very attentive way. You're not missing calls or skipping leads. It can be a pro in that respect, but if you're only in office one day a week and you don't have anyone answering the phones when you're not there, and you don't have online scheduling set up, like any form of advertising, where are your leads going? So we do offer a lead nurturing service. Side shameless plug there. If you are investing in marketing and you're wanting more intentional follow through with the leads that come in from your marketing plan. Another reason to try this out is, why not? You own a business. Part of being a successful business owner means that you try things. You're willing to take some level of calculated risk. And quite frankly, this is the main thing that holds dentists back, especially startup practices, is the ability to take risk. I'm going to put money into this thing and I'm going to hope it's going to work the way it does for most of the people who try it. And then I'm either going to increase my budget or I'm going to change my focus based on how those things work. And if you're not comfortable with that trying, testing, risking, retesting thing, it's going to take you a lot longer to be successful in business and to have a consistent flow of new patients. Another reason to try it out is because you have a service offering that is different than other people in your market. You have a service that you want to stand out. And that's really what these ads are for. They are for local services. So instead of just marketing yourself as dentist, you will want to have, whitening and veneers and root canals, and you can dial in on different services. So if there's a patient looking for something specific, you come up. The reason this is valuable is, one, it is different than the map. The map's advertising or local search engine optimization is showing you for a dentist geographically located wherever the patient is looking, whereas this is showing you for something specific, a specific service offering type search. So really valuable. It doesn't have to be anything groundbreaking, but it can be. You can market sleep apnea. I don't want to say Botox. We're not allowed to say the word in our advertising. And so there's certain restrictions on certain types of ads, but our team is very well trained in this and certified in all areas of Google advertising and social media marketing, and can help you know what you can and can't say in this space to keep your ads live and functional. So if you are looking for a new thing to test and try, if you're looking for a bump in new patient numbers, if you've never invested in Google Ads, but you're thinking about it, now's the time. And if you're already investing in advertising, give us a call. We can help you take it to the next level and set up your ad campaign to have the full potential of whatever your budget may be. So if you are interested in learning more about identity dental marketing, you can set up a marketing planning session with me at identitydental.com/grace. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.